Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey, and today we're doing our weekly Wednesday Mailbag episode of the show, where we got listener questions, start, sit, trade, different kind of stuff that we'll try our best to answer for you. Every week, though, if you want to get in on this, go to Instagram.com/fantasyfootballprophet. Check out the post we'll put up on Tuesdays and get your questions in there, or email us at fantasyfootballprophet@gmail.com or youtube.com/fantasyfootballprophet. Just comment on our latest videos there. All right, let's get some questions in today. All right, we're just going to start us with ZWTRX. He says, should I be worried about Dalvin? What are you thinking, Jeff? Dalvin Cook, is he a good buy for the rest of the year?
I would hope so, and I think so. Okay. I don't have any reason to really doubt what he's able to do. I didn't think he had a very good game last week against Dallas, and he still managed to get 78 yards. They need him in order to win.
Yeah.
And you look at his other games, he was obviously the dominant guy, and he hasn't even really gotten the end zone a whole lot yet. So I do like Dalvin the rest of the year. He's kind of coming back from – he's looking better and better as he gets more and more playing time after being banged up.
I mean, he's what? A top 2 running back the rest of the year? Because him and Jonathan Taylor, the way Jonathan Taylor's been playing, like, who else is there? It's him.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, he's fine. I mean, even the best are going to have games that aren't great, but that's honestly no big deal. He's fine. If that's the worst he gets you, don't worry about it. You're going to be, you're going to be fine. There's no worries there. All right. The Chris 201 says Michael Carter outlook for the rest of the season.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is interesting. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. We've seen it. We've seen usage from Michael Carter. His usage has definitely gone up, it feels like, over time. When early on, it was really just like a true split. Him, Ty Johnson, Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman's been out. It was him and Ty Johnson. Now it seems like it's definitely just gone to Michael Carter. And the targets he's getting the last 2 weeks are crazy, where it shows that even in blowout situations, he's going to be involved. That was the worry, like it'd be like Ty Johnson, right? Being there. That's not the case. Michael Carter's getting a lot of looks. I would hope, too, after what he did this past week, that really they should realize Ty Johnson's not the future. Michael Carter could be. We don't know that, but let's give him a look. And I think you're going to see that. But again, saying all that, it's the Jets. It is the Jets. So can't be too confident in any of them. I like it because Michael Carter at this is almost like found money at this point. Like you drafted him late, you didn't put much into him, and you're getting a player now that could actually be useful. So I like the outlook. I'm not. It's the Jets. That's pretty much all I can say.
Yeah. The only thing that I worry about, I do think that he's going to continue to get work, and probably much more like the last 2 games rather than the first 5 in the year. What he's done after the bye is really important, and Craig kind of touched on it. The fact that he was getting more work in the passing game makes me believe that he could be, like a running back 15 overall, like moving forward, right? He might have a few games, but I don't think that his touchdown will be that high. And, he was able to, he has 3 in the last 4 games. I don't think that will continue, but I do think that he can produce and be a running back 2 for you, but he's going to be like a low-end one because of the team. But yeah, I don't see any other reason why his usage would go down. He looks like a very capable back. So I do like him, and especially with the injuries that are starting to occur, he's going to be able to be more and more valuable.
All right, next question is Fantasy Pigskin. Says Dak or Hurts this week? Dak or Hurts? I should probably throw up the matchups. Dak or Hurts? We got Jalen Hurts playing against the Chargers. Dak, if he plays, which we should play, playing against Denver. And I guess, you know what? I'll just say this. You probably should listen to me because last week I was the number 2 expert on fantasy pros and quarterbacks. So
who would you take?
I'd play Dak. Even though honestly it's kind of a toss-up, but I'm not as sold on Jalen Hurts. I feel like anytime Jalen Hurts is going to have that bad game, which last week was kind of that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even okay. I'm not going to say it was the bad game. It was a blowout. They didn't have to have him do much, right? It was different.
Right. So it is strange. I do agree with you, though. I think I like Dak more if he's healthy, even though he's going against a very capable Denver defense. But no one has really been able to hold him to account besides for the Chargers. And I
Yep.
realize that Jalen can run. He can do a lot of really positive things. But the Chargers are really good as well. And if you're going to go one or the other, I go for the guaranteed passing yards. So I would go with Dak as well.
I feel more comfortable with Dak. Sorry, I just had to throw that out to the group chat, Jeff, about my finish last week. I was number 7 overall in Fantasy Pros
That's
last
pretty
week.
amazing.
Number 7 expert last week. I've had 4 straight weeks of 21 or better. So there. The advice we give you is hopefully not too bad. Oh, here's another quarterback question. Justin Herbert or Jalen Hurts from KJ Anthony. Justin Herbert is playing against the Eagles. Again, yeah, it's that matchup. So I'm going to go Herbert. I know he's played 2 games in a row that haven't been good. I get that, but I'm still going to go Herbert. But honestly, it's funny because these 3 players, like Dak, Herbert, Hurts, are going to be like right next to each other in the ranks. I bet they're going to be so close.
Yeah, and I think, and this one, I think I would go Jalen because of the running upside. Herbert does kind of scare me. He can go bananas. We've seen him go for a 50-point standard scoring game. We've also seen, 4 of them have been very lackluster. So the last 2 and the first 2. So, and the teams he really did well against, KC, Las Vegas, and Cleveland, kind of a mixed bag, tell you the truth. It's very difficult to figure out what he's going to do. He does have the ability, but I would go Hurts. So,
all right,
Dak then Hurts.
Got some more quarterback questions. Brother Coffee Bean says, pick one: Teddy Bridgewater or Baker Mayfield. Let's see here. Teddy Bridgewater's playing against Dallas. Baker is playing against Cincinnati. You know what? And he's hurt. He's still hurt. Give me Teddy. Honestly, I feel more comfortable. Any second Baker could just go out of the game and be done. I mean, I guess it could happen to anybody, but it's more likely to happen right now with Baker. And yeah, just give me Teddy Bridgewater right now. I just don't feel comfortable with Baker.
I agree. And really, Bridgewater has been, like, on a game-to-game basis, probably as good as Baker.
Yep.
So there's no upside to start Baker in my mind.
Yep. All right, Bready Spaghetti. Is Taysom Hill worth streaming over Kirk Cousins this week? Taysom Hill, if he gets a start, which I'm hoping he does, he plays against Atlanta. Kirk Cousins is playing against Baltimore. And it's risky, but you know what? Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth a shot. If you want to take that chance, and yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah, it's all about health. If he gets the green light, you have to believe that he's getting in the end zone one way or another a couple of times. So I'd be willing to take that. I don't think that you're losing a whole lot with Kirk. Kirk is definitely safer.
He's closer. He's safer for sure. But I don't have a problem going with Taysom if you want to be a little riskier.
I don't either.
All right, let's see here. Vaughn's now says Jared Cook or Dan Arnold this week at tight end. Jared Cook, Dan Arnold. We got Jared Cook playing against the Eagles. We have Dan Arnold playing against Buffalo. I actually probably go with Dan Arnold. I played him in a DraftKings lineup last week. He actually did solid for me. I'm going to go Dan Arnold here. It's kind of, you're just whatever, right? It's at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the play. It's like whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'd be fine with Arnold. Cook really hasn't done a whole lot.
No,
I mean, he has a good matchup.
He hasn't done. He just really hasn't done a lot.
Yeah, Herbert hasn't been playing very great the last couple of games, and even though Cook does have a good matchup, it kind of goes up and down with him. So, yeah, I'm fine with Arnold. It's kind of a fun throw-in.
Yep. All right, Dr. G says, "What's up, guys? Start sit question. Pick 2 to flex: Allen Robinson, Kadarius Toney, Julio Jones, Javonte Williams, or Chuba Hubbard if McCaffrey is out again."
Okay, well, yeah.
Okay. Let's say if McCaffrey's out, right? If McCaffrey's out, I think Chuba's in.
Absolutely.
Right. So if McCaffrey's out, Chuba's in and becomes the next guy up. It's not Allen Robinson.
No, he's out.
It's not Julio. I don't think, honestly. I'm worried about his health. I don't even know if he's going to be healthy. To be honest, I don't know if he's going to play this week. He missed last week. I don't have any faith that he's going to be out there. And even if he is, I don't think I play him. So to me, it comes down to Kadarius Toney or Javonte Williams. With Javonte Williams, like you're getting what standard? You might get 6 to 10. Right? Is that what you're getting? Kadarius Toney has just a great upside that they did not use him Monday night, but maybe that's come back. You know what? I'd go Chuba and I'd go Toney.
I agree.
Yep. Okay. Well, now let's say Chuba's out, so then it's Toney and Javonte for me personally. But I don't even know if Julio's going to play.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. The only thing that makes me wonder if they made a big deal about Julio being healthy and ready to go. Without Henry, you just know they're going to throw a little bit more. You would think, you don't know that for sure, I guess, but you would think they would throw a little bit more. So he might have some upside, but I think I would still go Williams.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, then Jaden Driver says, how do I deal with Julio? If I want to trade him, what type of value should I expect? Not much.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to trade him right now, you're probably not getting a whole lot for him. If you can wait 1 or 2 more weeks so he can at least play,
you have to wait.
And then you can get some value for him right now, because of exactly what I said, you could try to sell it that way. Like you're selling low. I'm willing to take, X, Y, and Z for him, and they're going to have to throw because Henry is out. Someone could feel like they're taking advantage of him and maybe he has a little more worth, but I think you probably have to wait.
Yep. All right, Dr. G again. He says, Dr. Gauthier or whatever. No, it's not his name. I love it. It's Dr. G. He's Dr. G to me. Trade question. Trying to upgrade at tight end. Should I try to bundle Ertz with Damian Harris and go after Waller or Pitts? Both teams with those tight ends are running back needy. His other running backs are Mixon, Swift, Javonte, and Devontae Booker. So, like he says, his solid starters, depth is thin. Harris would be his 3 right there, probably. If you're probably only starting 2, then yeah, I'd like to see your wide receivers maybe. Ertz and Damian Harris, Waller, Pitts. Man, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Well, here's a question. Which one do you want to go after? Because you said either one, right? Waller
I feel
or
like
Pitts.
I'd want to go after Pitts.
I would agree. What is your outlook on Ertz the rest of the year?
I'm not, he's going to be. He might get you a touchdown some weeks. He's just going to be. He's in that mediocre tight end range. Nothing special. Pitts could be special. Waller too, but it hasn't been shown. I'm fine with either of these guys, to be honest. Because obviously we don't know if both of those teams would be willing to part with them. If they both, I would be fine with either one. But I feel like Pitts without Ridley, he's going to be that go-to target. I mean, Waller's the go-to, I guess, with the Raiders too. He should be. But Pitts, yeah, I want Pitts. I just feel like that upside's higher.
Is there what other tight ends besides for Kelsey? What other ones should he go for rather than Pitts or Waller? Because those would be two near the top of the list. But I also feel like you're giving up a running back that is getting 20 carries. Say 15 to 20 feels like.
Yeah.
On average, I mean, I think a lot of people have to be thin at running back. So I just want to make sure he's getting the most bang for his buck.
I don't know who else you could possibly get. Mark Andrews? Yeah, there's not many tight ends right now that are doing much. They're just not.
No.
Because it's Kelsey who actually hasn't played well the last few times out.
Yeah, and everyone knows. I mean, yeah.
But it's Kelsey. Fine. I mean, Kittle's coming back at some point, but we don't know. He wasn't great when he was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end's just a bad position right now.
Yeah.
It's ugly. So you know what? Damian Harris has been so solid. If you're playing Damian Harris at your flex, I think I can just keep Damian Harris and just roll with whatever you get at tight end. If you have a receiver you're throwing at flex because you really good receiver, then I'm okay with trading him. I don't downgrade your flex position. I'll say that. If Damian Harris is your flex, don't do it. If Damian Harris is not your flex and he sits on your bench, do it. That's what I'm with that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep, it'll upgrade your starting line. All right, Brady Spaghetti again says, what are your thoughts on Michael Thomas? Even if he comes back this week, are you waiting a week to see what he does? I don't think he's coming back this week. There's been no chatter to me. Even if he does, it's Taysom Hill possibly now. That's our nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our nightmare, right? That's not what I want to see.
No, this is what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Kamara's rest of the year outlook. Yeah. I still think he's going to be good, but I mean, as far as with injuries and everything, he's still probably going to be at the bottom of the top 10, but he could literally see 0 touchdowns.
Yep.
for the foreseeable future until we figure out exactly if Taysom Hill can throw the ball or not. Because around the red zone, if history has taught us anything, the guy loves to run. So it's a very, very worrisome thing. And I mean, I definitely won't play him as soon as he comes back. I don't think there's any reason to. I mean, we don't even know what the guy's going to look like. We don't have no idea. We haven't heard anything about him, which is probably a good thing for all of the bad things that were coming out. I have serious doubts about that offense in general.
You see Phillip Rivers out there saying, hey, I'd listen if they called.
Really?
They're not calling, though. I don't think they're calling. Sorry, Phillip. Maybe they called Drew first. They called Drew Brees first.
Oh, yeah.
Any chance? Probably not. All right, here we go. Final questions of the Mailbag show this week from Brother Coffee Bean. Pick 3 receivers. Julio, Odell, Hunter Renfrow, Chase Claypool, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Gallup.
Wow, this is going to be heartbreaking.
Claypool is playing against the Bears. Judy's playing against the Cowboys. I'll just say straight up, I want Jeudy in there. I don't even know if I care about it. It's Jeudy, it's Claypool for sure. Yeah, those two for sure.
I agree. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and then it becomes, if Gallup comes back, it's not going to be Gallup, I don't believe. He sounds like he might be playing this week. That's probably not going to be Gallup for me.
Yeah,
honestly.
Fun, yeah, those two I agree with. And you go for the upside here. And
I think it's Jeudy, Claypool, Renfrow.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm not playing Odell.
Can't play Odell.
And Julio, I would probably put Julio in over Renfrow. If they were like, he's healthy, blah, 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 I would rather take the shot at it. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I can't do it. All right.
That's so wild.
Well, his next question is, will Clyde Edwards-Helaire return? It was an MCL sprain. At the time, it should have just been a few-week injury. So, yeah, I think he should be coming back. I don't have the timetable on it. I would expect to see him, though. There really hasn't been much chatter, though, since his injury, which at the time was in early October, and they said it would be a few weeks injury. They put him on IR, so it was a minimum of 3 anyway. But, yeah, I haven't really heard much, to be honest. It's been kind of quiet on that front. So, but, yeah, you'll see him here before the fantasy season's over, I'm pretty sure. Next question, he says, should I have Ty Johnson start on DeAndre Swift's bye? Which I don't know who you're playing him over, but yeah, if it's a bye week and that's what you're at, right? I mean, Ty Johnson will get you some points. So I don't know what your other options are, but man, maybe. Then his final question, should I trade Baker Mayfield and Teddy Bridgewater for Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
If you can do that, go ahead.
100% I would do that.
100%. If you can pull that off, I don't care that Wilson's not back yet. He'll be back very soon.
Is that a 2 QB league?
I think it is. Yeah.
Strange league.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. All right. That's the mailbag for going into week 9. Where's this season go? It goes quick. But all right. That'll do it. Talk to you guys next time.